Okay, I guess it's about time I made another video. Um, it's been kind of a rough week for me. I've been kind of like feeling a lot of like body issues all week. Like at the start of the week, I was like very tired, exhausted, like uh, just like needing a rest, like constantly. And then it was like headaches for 2 to 3 days, and then it was like I think I just got over like really intense like stomach aches, like total like gut and bowel cleansing, like wild. And I was like, man, I feel like I've been locked and like twisted up for a while, because like the whole time my emotions were untangling. So it was kind of like me doing this, like slowly backing up, because I can twist back real easily, but it's like the grip doesn't hold as much. So like I'm slowly unwinding, and it's kind of like, well, now what do I do with all this? It's like if I don't have guard to like put my hands in, like what do I do with my hands? That kind of thing. So it's like that with like that's the whole message for my whole being right now. And so I'm at the park right now, and I was like, well, I just needed space to like figure out what to do with myself. Really, um, I don't have like grand doubts or appeasements to make, um, because it's the only thing to say. Like it wouldn't make a difference anyway. If I said like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, like all that kind of stuff, like I don't really want to talk like that because I kind of know what I'm doing. Like even if I'm laying out in the woods, I kind of know what I'm doing relatively. Um, it's like what to do with myself if I can't actively put my emotions somewhere. If I can't just actively compartmentalize myself, what do I do with all of it? I think it's like free floating. And maybe that's what like a molecule feels like when it's about to, or like an element feels like when it's about to become a molecule, or like the free floating electrons. I feel like I've got more free floating electrons, is what I'm saying. And it shows because it's like I'm more open to like expressing at least like an expression about what I'm feeling. So I was like, "How are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm deep in it," which is like saying I'm like in my emotions today, and I gotta like go out and do something about it, um, like action based. But of course, I still like watch my tarot videos because it like stirs the pot. I like the way somebody expresses it to me. It's like I'm stirring the pot, or it's like I'm shaking like the foundations of me, trying to see like if anything gets knocked loose. That's kind of like why I watch tarot videos, because the only real way to beat therapy culture in response to what's been asked like before is like listening culture, I guess you can say, just somebody to talk to. And tarot videos are a great way to like engage personally with something generally. So it's like both societal and directly engaging to my individual personhood. I'd get more wordy about it. It's not like having emotions is bad, obviously. It's not like having nowhere to like put them in a box is bad, obviously. It's like I don't really have much to share. Like I don't want to like flinch all the time. I don't want to like be afraid of men, but there's not much to like re-engage with. I guess I can say it's all just hypothetical. And like every time I feel myself opening back up to the idea of men, I feel like the waves and waves and waves of interest. And like I just don't. It's overwhelming to me, and it doesn't feel like any part of me is being acknowledged. Bottom line, it just feels like, oh, you're available. Like there's lust. There's so much lust in men's eyes. Like even when they stare at me, I have to understand. Like, what's a woodpecker? Or that's a kingfisher. That'd be a kingfisher. I think it's a kingfisher. I have to understand like the sexual attraction is on the mind. So approach me with that right off the bat. Most of the time, it's just like no. Like if there's no connection, it feels assaultive. It feels like just the progression towards an eventual molestation. Real. And like it has happened. Like in my mind, blocking out 20 experiences, even if like 18 or 19 would have been positive, if one would have been negative, I would have blocked out all 20. Like just for the sake of it. Like no, it's not worth it. And like obviously I can't have a world where everything is controlled, but I can be curated, like in an environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm like actively fighting my need to love because that was like the core foundation of my being. Like I talked about it for a long time. Like in frustration in my younger years, I guess like especially my teens and early 20s, like all I wanted to do was that. Like that was like the only thing in my mind really, especially my early 20s. It was just like going on dates, asking out girls. Like it's all I wanted to do as a kingfisher. And now it's like it's so cerebral and spiritual. There's like no body connection to it at all, really. I kind of just like sit there, like here, and nothing wrong with that. I don't think I'll be single forever. I think that'd be very difficult for me to like go a whole life saying no to everybody. But it's not like people just walk up and express feelings. That's the problem too. Like I had to block that girl I asked out. I had to block her because it was like she's like, yeah, let's be friends, and it was cool like in person, but all it was her just listening to me talk about myself. She didn't really respond. She kind of like did a few affirmation kind of things like, mm-hmm, but like she wouldn't engage with me. Like she wouldn't actually like ask me questions or like try to figure out what I was thinking. Whereas she was perfectly content with me doing that for her. And even when we were texting, it was like days apart and like the same thing, like no real engagement. And I'm like, why am I so low on priority list here? Like I'm not trying to provide you a service. I'm trying to be your friend. So I was like, you know what? Like I'm not just like I would just like I would like wait for her text and it'd be like on my mind. And when it happened, it'd be like I get excited, but even though it'd be like really small, and I'm like, you know what? I'm better than this. I deserve better than this, and I am better than this. So I just blocked it. And after I did that, I kind of was like a sigh of relief. Really, I was surprised at how like deep and authentic it was. I was like, oh, okay, like I don't have to deal with that anymore. Like if somebody likes me, they will make it clear and known, and I won't have to like fight for meaning, especially in friendship. And then I asked myself like, would I even know? Like, would I even be able to do the thing when it's time? Because when I imagine unconditional love, I imagine like unlimited tries, like unlimited attempts to get through to me. Because it's not like I don't want to just like walk around like openly. I don't really want to do that. I've changed. I've grown up. I've it's not I've like done more than adapted. I've grown. Like I am different than I was before. Like I used to sway in the breeze. Now I'm quite erect and straight. I don't move the same way. I don't do the same things anymore. And I think that's okay. It's kind of scary, but I think that's okay. So it's like I look at standards to me in my past and I look at standards to me in my future. And in the middle, I try like living my life in the middle of that balance of like, okay, well, I could be on the beach, like smiling and dancing and all that kind of stuff. That is like a future I want. But if I want it, don't I want it all the time? Or like, would it be once in a blue moon? And like, what would I be doing with the rest of my life? And it's like I always have these like angles to look at it. Whereas my past is like I used to be so much more free spirited. I used to do like this and that. And yes, but like free spirit, it doesn't just mean like doing backflips and cartwheels. It also just means like laying down in the sun as long as you want to. Like that's a big deal for me. And there's always the risk of bureaucracy. Like that's what I've run into so much, and I like avoid areas and situations just not to run into bureaucracy. Like people telling me what to do. Like you have no authority over me. Like living in the shelter again, in a group home, even just for women. Like you expect it to be like all feminist, like la di da, like Sound of Music kind of stuff. No, it's not. People are some people, but like people also don't have class consciousness. They don't have like feminist consciousness. And I was like, I just realized when I first got here, I was like so intent on finding people developing a certain mindset of like, what's happening is not right. Like, where are my John Steinbecks? Where are my Mark Twains? Like, where are all the people that understand that things need to change fundamentally? Because this situation that we're in right now is not the fault of like personal will failures. This is a result of bad leadership. Bad policy affects everybody. We're all living in the consequences of that. And so, why are we pushing bad policy on each other? Like, it's every time I run into these kind of bureaucracies, it's just like a revolving door that hits me in the face. I'm like, stop saying it's an open door. Like, what's policy for you is a day in my life. You could be traumatizing me. And it doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be like even just a harsh word. Just respectful tone and attitude. Those things are unnecessary. Or like rules. Life without rules. And like things are just understood. They're self evident of how we behave towards each other. What am I doing to my phone battery? Okay. Freedom is a very delicate beast to tame. It's like luck. People go after luck, some people go after freedom. Like it's like we're taming the same animal here. And all that really means is like asking permission to ride it. It's all within. Like I am so sick of America. I'm so sick of America. I feel like actively unwelcome. Like as me, the way I live, I'm constantly pushed out of things. Like here's some examples. The mutual aid group couldn't reach the socio-psychological effects of homelessness. Like I was still like homeless person to them. No matter how cool I was, doesn't matter anything. I was like that barrier is existing within your mind, and I could feel in the way you treat me. The real revolution is treating each other equally, fair, and like when I blink my eyes, I see the same person every time, and like I don't feel that. So it becomes like a site of charity that I don't want to see because I expect more. I want more. And I always used to talk about like slipping through the cracks of the system. That was the result of authenticity. It's like my shape has become so precise that I fall through. So like it used to be easier for me to get a job. It used to be easier for me to like operate in society. And of course my principles like are a certain way, and like I was like, what job do I want? None, obviously. If I had everything I needed, I wouldn't need to apply for anything. I wouldn't need food stamps and Medicaid if I had a doctor that I knew that took care of me and my own farm or garden. I wouldn't need things. But I can't just go out and do these things. It doesn't flow naturally. And there's so much like blockages in this river. And in a way, like I am like muscling past everything. I am just like flowing up and around, like slipping through the cracks of the dams and everything like that, which is cool. It's exciting. I understand. But like I'm paying all the consequences for it. The system pays none of the consequences for it. You lose me. What an ultimate sacrifice too, to lose me. That's all. I mean, that's all I have to give. The bank doesn't like reclaim my house or nothing like that. They reclaim one of my cars. But like, you will forget me. And like, I take my instrument with me. And where will I go? I mean, the world's still so wide. I still kind of feel like a drifter. Like, look at the way I'm dressed. I got denim on denim with little shoes. Sitting at the park at this rotunda thing. I'm like desperate for something. I don't feel like my silence is welcome. I'm like, what do I do with my hands when they're not on guard? They're kind of like sitting at my side. And like everything's inside me, like sand rolling down a dune. It's all the same, like cycling over and over on itself. I just don't know what to do sometimes. I understand, like, the, there are forces invested in seeing me reach the finish line. And I'm still so frightened in a way. That finish line is evaporation. Of like reaching a point where it's like, I can't do anything for you anymore. Like, this is the year, I really think about it, all that kind of stuff. And there's like a sadness in my voice when I talk about it. Like, this is the last year where I consider caring. Like, where I consider putting my ideas out there and like offering my services. It's like Confucius going, okay, like, I'll give it one more year of trying to see if the world will accept my ideas. And if not, I'll find somewhere to just be myself. And I'll kind of like put all that away. It's like I used to leave all my possessions behind. Like, I'll leave all my ideas behind. Like, if you find them, great. But I don't feel like it's worth me carrying these things around anymore. Like, wealth to me is the ability to do whatever I want and be myself in a space where I'm valued for it. And even when I'm out here, like, by myself, there's people all around me. And, like, I wish I had a fireplace. Like, things are getting more and more specific for me the more and more I advance myself. I just don't I deserve more? Don't I deserve better? I don't feel like I'm getting it. And if I express dissatisfaction, it feels like I just don't get the point of what I'm actually expressing. Like, I'm just missing it, missing it, missing it. Where it's like, just be here, just be here. Like, life goes on, just be here. It's like, sure. Like, what choice did I have anyway? So, are there friends out there waiting for me to like exist in their lives? It's possible. I'm sure it's possible. Am I gonna wait and see? I'm just gonna live my life. Because ultimately, this life has been fundamentally joyless, kind of cruel and sad. Like, there are flashes. Like, if I was locked in a room for like the rest of my life, I could survive off the joy I've already experienced. Like, I could live in those memories and like just imagine my world and kind of maybe that's just the mood I'm in right now. For like, I could just continue until I'm done, until I'm finished and wasted, and then it'll be like, well, that was it. That's what I had. Everything is just enough to make me not give up, but only I keep myself going. And it's only to like reach the conclusion of what I've been experiencing. Do I still hold true to like the wish I had as a child of like true love and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, like I want to honor myself, but I'm also not beholden to it. Like I can also say like, it's just it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. And I can like expect life to look something like this. And like I want you to be prepared for that. I want you to be prepared for a life that doesn't value you. And like what would we have to do to get through that and to like find our own thing? It's like that's more what I'm focused on. That's really why I want my emotions to be like in line with what I'm understanding my life is going to become. So when emotions are kind of like free ranging like this, like I'm only expecting it not to be answered. You can engage with my face for hours and hours and hours. Still never reach what I'm trying to say to you. Like I see you, I see you. So you've done nothing. Like I don't know what to expect because I believe I deserve the world. But like the only world I really can anticipate getting the feedback of that is like in another one. So it's rather sad note. Let's end on something hopeful. You know? I'm very pretty, as I do appreciate. I do like being myself. I feel like I'm on a throne of my own life. Like I can look over at things, not look down at them, but like look over it. I can be like, I'm not trapped in a situation. I'm not answerable to the powers that be in the environment that I'm in. I'm simply experiencing things. Excuse me. There's a certain detachment. There's a certain like I understand the grade I'm like in the work that I'm doing is just part of some kind of school. It's not part of my some kind of life. And, like life goes on, yes, and I just want you to know that like this is still me. This is me trying my best, and I want that to be honored. Like, love me now. Don't love me later. Love me now. Love me right now. Because if you don't love me right now, you're just saying now is not what I need to love. And I'm like, then you don't know me. You would never have been there for me because I need it all the time. And like if you say, no, I didn't want to give it to you at that time, you're saying like, oh, you just wanted me to be somewhere. You just wanted me to be a type of thing first. You didn't want me to you didn't want me in that moment. You wanted to wait until I was something more palatable to you. And that's unacceptable to me. What I am right now is perfect. Everything else is just waiting to see more of that. My life goes on. I'm gonna be 31 this year. What do I have to show for it? I'm content with myself. I've honored a lot of the wishes I said I was gonna do. Like ancestrally in my bloodline, I'm great. I saw my family, my folks in heaven, which is cool. Most of them that were there. I got to connect with my Basque ancestors. This is where my nose, forehead, and chin came through. That's where I found out. That's where I get this from. This thing and this brow ridge, thanks Neanderthal, and this chin. It's all Basque. So I'm assuming that Italian is like my eyes, my attitude, and my hair. We'll see what I connect to that. But that was a cool experience. So things aren't bad. But don't you want to see me smiling?